Pokies are all pretty much alike. They're big boxes with lights, video screens, and buttons. And inside, there's not much to see. Just some computer chips that have been programmed to spit out random numbers and whiz-bang graphics and sounds. So, did you expect to see some reels inside? Sorry, the reels aren't real. They're just computer graphics, like on a video game. There's no pattern or skill to gaming machines or pokies. It all comes down to chance. A bit like the lottery draw happening over and over again. What makes it this way is the random number generator that's continually spitting out numbers. Think of it as a waterfall of numbers that never stops. You press the play button and 5 numbers are instantaneously plucked from the waterfall. Nobody, not the manufacturer, the venue, or you can predict what they'll be. The spinning reels are just decoration. They're just there to make it seem fun. So, imagine if the machine simply showed you the numbers instead of the spinning reels. Sometimes it looks like you've almost pulled off a jackpot, but there's no such thing as a near miss. A miss is a miss. It's these so-called near misses and all the little wins that keep you playing. Remember, the moment you press that button, the game's over. You just don't know the result yet. Lots of people play the pokies without a problem. But if you're going to play, then it's good to know how pokies work. Before anything, think of the pokies as just another type of entertainment. And the money you put in, that's what you pay for it. It's good to decide what you're going to spend before you start, and then stick to it. But let's not stop here. Let's keep exploring the pokies and some of the myths that surround them.
The longer you stay at these machines, the more chance you have of having a big win.
Because every go is random. Every time you play, you have the same chance of winning the jackpot or any other prize. Your chances of winning the jackpot on the pokey are generally worse than 1 in a million. It says so on the machine. That's every time you play, and it doesn't matter if you played once or 1,000 times. It's a bit like being in a race, where you keep getting dragged back to the starting line after every play. Your chances of winning a prize, any prize, are really not great. Here's a table showing the odds for a typical pokey. Your chance of winning more than 500 credits is less than 1 in 10,000. Your odds of winning the smaller prizes are much better. Even then, you only have a 1 in 10 chance. Put it another way, your chances of missing out on even a small prize are about 9 in 10. And remember, the odds of winning don't change no matter how long you play. Just keep repeating to yourself, every time I play, my odds of winning are the same. Believe me, over time you cannot win. You can only lose. And some people lose more than just a few dollars. The more you play, the worse your chances of coming out ahead. Here's a tip. If you have a short session on the pokies and then walk away, well, that's one way to come out a winner.
That's my 20. Let's go.
Some machines are luckier than the others.
Pokies are just another kind of machine. Like a computer. Computer technology controls every part of them, from accepting your money, to registering your bet, to randomly spitting out the numbers that determine the result. By law, pokies have to return at least 85%. This doesn't mean that you get back 85 cents in every dollar you play. The player return isn't calculated for a single game, or session of play, or week of play. It's the amount won by players as a share of the amount bet over an infinite number of games, or what they call the lifetime of the machine. You won't find a machine anywhere with a player return of more than 100%. If you're playing long enough on any machine, you will eventually lose all your money. It's like a cake, where each time you play, you expect to lose 15%. If you keep at it long enough, all you'll be left with is the crumbs. Some people think some machines are luckier than others because they look and sound different. The symbols and designs are there to make the machines appeal to different players. They might tap into your desires, your hobbies, or your superstitions. You might think that a pokey with all these great images is going to behave like a friend. Truth is, they're all just machines, and they all operate on chance.
I always play the machine that hasn't paid out for a while. It's due. This one hasn't jackpotted for ages.
Pokies don't loosen up if they haven't had a big payout, and they don't tighten up if they've just paid a jackpot. The computer doesn't care how much money's been put in. Like any other game of chance, every single play is random. They're the same odds of being a winner or a loser as the play before or the play after. For example, when you toss a coin, there's a 50-50 chance it will come up heads and a 50-50 chance of tails, right? For each coin toss, the chance of getting heads or tails is the same no matter what happened before or what will happen next. Now toss a coin 100 times and write down the results. Then find the times when you had 3 heads in a row. Does the next toss bring up a tail? Not necessarily. The next toss has the same chance of bringing up a head or a tail as any other toss. The laws of probability say the more times you flip a coin, the closer you come to getting half heads and half tails. But each toss has exactly the same chance of coming up either. And remember, just like you can't expect to get heads every second coin toss, you can't expect to get that 85% return every session you play.
You can beat the pokies if you know how.
Nothing you do can increase your chances of winning on the pokies. Not touching the machine in a special way, not changing the level of your bet, not playing faster or slower. Again, it's all about chance. It's a machine. It doesn't care. Absolutely nothing you can do can change the odds of the machine paying out.
Okay, Kaz, $20.
The only thing you can do is decide how much to bet, the number of lines to play, and the time you take. People do enjoy the pokies, that's fine. But why not bet small amounts and make the fun last longer? Or if you're up, why not pocket the money and walk away knowing you've won this time?
A lot of people say playing the pokies is really soothing and it really relaxes you.
Playing the pokies can actually raise your heart rate and your blood pressure. Some people say it's hard to get back to normal after a session on the pokies, and they find it difficult getting to sleep. There are the colors, sound effects, and features, the risk-taking, and the possibility of winning money. You may feel relaxed because you've escaped the boredom of every day and you're in the zone, but your body is not.
Yeah, mate, there's big money to be made on the pokies.
There sure is, but not by the players. These machines were designed as a fun way to pass the time, not to make money. They're an entertainment. In the long term, it is nearly impossible to come out ahead. Let's go back to the average player return. By law, the player return must be at least 85%, but mostly it's around 90%. 90 cents back for every dollar you put in. That sounds okay, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Not really. Even if it was 99 cents, you're still not getting your investment back. Anything under 100% and you're losing. Remember, small wins account for most of the player return. The odds of getting, say, 2 of a kind are higher than 5 of a kind. The sad thing is, jackpots make up less than 1% of payouts. The pokies are only machines. At best, they're meant to be fun. To think you can make money off them or control them, well, that's like picking horses at the races based on colours. It's just not right. If playing the pokies isn't fun for you anymore and you can't stop, get in contact with Gambling Help on 1-800-858-858. They provide phone, face-to-face and online help. Best thing is, they're free and they work. Or you might prefer to talk to your doctor or someone from your church, your family, or a good friend. But do talk to someone.